The hell are you supposed to be?
Be right back. I'm back. Oh yeah, do you guys like my avatar? Yeah, I created that. Welcome, guys. Welcome this Wednesday, January 10th. Yes, it's the 10th of Wednesday of January of the new year. Yes, we're already 10 days into the new year of 2024. Hey guys, AW Aaron Ward. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Hope you're all having a good 10 days so far of this new year. Crazy 2024 so far, huh? A crazy start to this year. Actually, this is yeah, Darko is amazing. Also, this is actually my second Let's Talk Pop of 2024. So yeah, welcome. Okay, so do me a favor, subscribe if you're new, share this out, like it, do all that. Yes, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, so welcome to Let's Talk Pop episode 63. Some stuff to talk about. All right, some stuff to talking about. Well, we're gonna talk about let's see what we're gonna talk about. Mandalorian and Grogu. We're gonna head to the big screen, and we're gonna talk about Ahsoka getting season 2 officially happening. It's officially being renewed for season 2. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Abby is being cast in The Last of Us. Come into the chat, buddy. All right. We'll talk about Tom Cruise leaving Paramount after 30 years of Paramount, going to Warner Brothers, taking his talents to Warner Brothers. You know, yeah, that's a LeBron thing. Also, we got some Supergirl potential casting rumors for the upcoming Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow movie. That's going to take place in the new DCU from James Gunn and Peter Safran for Warner Brothers. Amazon is going to lay off several employees once they merge MGM and Amazon Studios into one studio. We're going to talk about that. Obviously, 28 Years Later is in the works. That's a sequel to 28 Days Later. With with Adam Garland directing. Is that it said? No, Danny Boyle will direct and Adam Garland to write the script. Okay. And finally, there's going to be a new Star Trek movie happening. So Star Trek 4. It's not Star Trek 4, but it's going to be a prequel to the 2009 Star Trek, which is, what was it called again? The first Star Trek? Or whatever. Yeah, a prequel to the 2009 Star Trek. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. No Star Trek 4 news. I'm going to get to them later. You got to be patient. All right. Yeah, Star Trek movie. Prequel. Not Star Trek 4, a prequel to the 2009 movie, the first one of that trilogy. I guess you could call it a trilogy for now, the Chris Pine Star Trek. I guess you could call it a trilogy for now, because I don't know what's up with Star Trek 4. I still think I still think Star Trek 4 could happen though. Because if that, yeah, I still think Star Trek 4 could happen. So, bundle up, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We're going to talk movies and TV shows. Yeah. And we're going to have fun. I'm going to give you my thoughts, my opinions. And try to get this done before AEW Dynamite, and try to get this done before the Clippers game and the Raptors. My Raptors face the Clippers. Yes, they're staying in LA. Face the Clippers for Kawhi Leonard, who just coincidentally signed an extension with the Clippers today. But yeah, all right. So let's get into it. Okay. I guess the big news of yesterday, not today. The big news has come from yesterday. And okay, I have not seen Echo yet. The reason I have not seen Echo yet, it's not because my urge to see it. I do plan to see it. The problem is the reason why I have not seen Echo. I'll just get it out of the way. I was watching the Raptor-Laker game that ended about 1 o'clock, and then I watched the latest episode of Percy Jackson. Then I went to sleep. Okay, so I didn't watch Echo. 1 o'clock a.m. because they're in LA, so a 3-hour difference. Same thing tonight. Tonight the Raptors play the Clippers. I also think that's a 10:30 game Eastern time. And so that may end 1 o'clock, so I may not watch Echo tonight either. Tomorrow, most likely, I will watch Echo, not all 5 episodes, but most likely maybe the first 2 or 3. And then Friday, I'll finish off watching Echo. Yeah, because the Raptors do play Utah on Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So obviously that game will end earlier than they will be on the West Coast. So I'll finish off watching Echo on Friday. So I might watch the first 2 or 3 episodes on tomorrow, and the final few episodes on Friday. So no Echo for me tonight, but tomorrow and Friday. And I'll give you my thoughts, and we'll do I'm not exactly sure how to do this, because typically for this stuff, I usually do a spoiler review for every episode after a Disney Plus show, usually, right? But since this is binge, I might do just a whole. I might just do a whole Let's Talk Pop or not Let's Talk Pop stream about Echo. But I may not be able to do it Saturday night because I'm going out Saturday, and Sunday is going to be hard too because of NFL playoffs. So I gotta find a way to work in. I gotta find a way to do Echo. And Monday's NFL playoffs, but also Raw. I gotta find a way. So yeah. Hello, Anthony. All right. Let's get on with the news. Let's get on with the Star Wars stuff. Okay. I'll just get this out of the way. Okay. Star Wars. Remember last year, 3 Star Wars films were announced, right? From Lucasfilms, right? James Mangold was going to direct a prequel kind of Star Wars, a movie that's going to go thousand years back in the past. Origins of the Jedi, the Force, whatever you want to call it, right? James Mangold, right? Dave Filoni was going to direct a Star Wars movie to conclude the Mandalorian verse, right? From the stuff we saw on Disney Plus. You see on Disney Plus so far. Besides Obi-Wan and I guess Andor. Okay? Because we know Andor and Obi-Wan take place after Revenge of the Sith. So that's not going to be in the Dave Filoni movie. Okay? Then we know that controversially, we know there's going to be a female director for Rey's movie, The New Jedi Order. That's scheduled to go in production very, very soon. It was actually supposed to go in production this summer. That was the original plan, this summer, fall, I guess, whatever. But the writers and the actor strike obviously happened, and obviously cannot go into production. Now they're going to go into production this year. And yes, the director made some comments that that people, in my opinion, blew out proportion. Um, People made a spectacle out of it, like they do everything with Star Wars. Um, okay, but yesterday, they announced a fourth movie called Mandalorian Grogu. And this is going to be the movie of Mandalorian's going to debut in, right? His own movie with Grogu. This is the reason why season 4 was not announced, in my opinion. I don't know. Did I send you this? My opinion, because they had this film in the bank. Okay, in their mind, obviously. Okay, and this is gonna. Right, so this is part of. This is part of the Mandoverse. Obviously, this is probably gonna be part of Dave Filoni's ultimate plan for his movie. This will probably be a movie that's gonna lead up into Dave Filoni's movie, which I think is the conclusion of the Mandoverse. This movie. Some comments last night, hearing like, "Oh, they listen to the fans. The fans want to see this in the movie. Want to see Mando in the movie. Like, oh, they listen to the fans." I'm like, maybe they already had Mandalorian planned to be a Mandalorian movie planned, but they wanted to wait a couple seasons to flesh out the character in order to announce the movie. Maybe they were waiting the perfect time to announce the movie. Not, as I said, just because you heard of something being official does not mean it hasn't been in the works. A lot of things in business, entertainment, whatever, are planned, just don't get announced. So this doesn't mean that all of a sudden, out of the blue, they just announced this because they listened to fans. Maybe they had this plan the whole time that Mando was going to get his own movie. Djarin was going to get his own movie. And that was the case. I think that was the case here, okay? They wanted to build him up with him and Grogu. And now we're going to get his own movie. I believe this is always the plan. But they just waited the right time to announce it. Along with Ahsoka season 2 has been officially renewed. I think we all suspected that to happen. If you watch the series, the way it ended, it kind of ended in a cliffhanger, right? So if you watch the finale, the way it ended, with Thrawn getting out and Ahsoka and Sabine stranded. That shows you it ends in a cliffhanger, right? People have been asking Mandalorian movie, yeah, but it doesn't mean Disney. It's because they asked for something doesn't mean they just came up with the idea. Let's make a movie because the fans are asking. It would have already been planned. Some movies already been planned. Even if people are asking for movies, it's always been planned. Okay. All right. What I was gonna say, but yeah. So, like, this is the movie Mando and Grogu, right? I don't know much about it. Okay, we got. Oh, okay, Jon Faverau is going to direct. Which I think people have confidence in, right? They're confident in Jon Faverau is going to direct the Mandalorian movie, right? I think that's good, obviously, because he's been working on. Him and Dave Filoni are the architects behind the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff, right? Whether you like it or not, right? And I think it's good. And the Ahsoka stuff, I think I think the Mando movie is also just another kind of like story that's going to evolve into the Dave Filoni movie. It's going to lead into the Dave Filoni movie. You get Ahsoka season 2. Maybe a Book of Fett, maybe a Mando season 4, but this is all going to lead. This is leading up into the Dave Filoni movie, because I think it's possible that that the 3 movies that they planned before the Mandalorian movie, the Rey movie, the James Mangold movie, and the Dave Filoni movie, I do think if in order those movies, the order I think those movies would come out, I think we're gonna get the Rey movie to come out first. The Rey movie is gonna come out first. They pretty much said that the Rey movie is gonna come out first. Okay. This is 4 movies. 4 movies. And then I think it's gonna be the Grogu movie, Mando and Grogu. Okay. Was right, I think. My guess. Then I would say okay. Then I would say the Filoni movie. Then I would say the James Mangold movie, because I do think the Mando movie, the Jedi Order. I think the Jedi Order in the Mango movie, they're gonna be connected. The Rey movie, the New Jedi Order, and the James Mangold movie are gonna be related somehow. I don't think that the Rey movie that's what I think. I think the Rey movie, the Jedi Order movie, is gonna be related, and I think we're gonna get more movies off of that. When we get closer to it, more as the years pass. Obviously, I think Mando, and the Filoni movie are going to be connected. Okay. So I think, because the thing is, the Dawn of the Jedi movie, right? In the new Dawn of the Jedi movie, it has to connect to a movie. Now, you're gonna say Rogue One and Solo didn't really connect to a per se kind of thing, right? Rogue One did connect to the New Hope. Okay, Rogue One connected to New Hope. If it wasn't for, I said this to my cousin who's a Star Wars fan, if it wasn't for those brave group of heroes who managed to steal the blueprints for the weakness of the Death Star, and not able to get it to the rebels, Luke was not able to destroy the Death Star in New Hope. If it wasn't for them, the Death Star would not have been destroyed. It was they were very important to the destruction of the Death Star, the first Death Star in New Hope. They're the sole reason the rebels were able to successfully destroy the Death Star in New Hope. So yeah, they are all connected there. Solo did, but the thing is, Solo's about Han Solo's origin, and yeah, we don't know. We know how he met Chewbacca. We know his story, how he became a smuggler, but it still connects, right? Yo, Degrassi. So I do think the New Jedi Order. Is it's gonna be connected to the Rey movie. Anthony, hey TW, yeah, okay. And I expect the Siths to come back. Okay. Now with I suspect that Rey in the New Jedi Order, Rey goes around the galaxy, can sense the Force, Force sensitive people, younglings, and yeah, takes them in, tries to raise them up to be teach them the ones of the Jedi, the Force. And I don't know, like I do think the Dawn of Jedi and the New Jedi Order will have a connection. We're obviously the Mando movie, Grogu movie, and the Filoni movie will have a connection. The Filoni movie sounds like it will be the conclusion to the Disney Plus shows. And then, right? That's what it sounds like. So now, for who's going to be in the Mando Grogu movie? It's early. Pedro Pascal. I mean, Pedro Pascal barely does his work. Really, only time you really see him does really the work. If they decide to take his mask off, I don't know. I don't think they will. Pedro Pascal, maybe. I don't know. I'm curious. Goth Midian, maybe he'll come back. I feel like he will come back now because if you're gonna make a movie, might as well bring him back. Uh, Bo-Katan. I feel like Bo-Katan will probably make an appearance. Be new characters, obviously. Bo-Katan. Um, my hot take. Thrawn. Thrawn might make an appearance in that film. Okay. And then you think so? Do you really need to do a movie then have another season? I feel like a movie should be like a conclusion to a series. It just makes perfect sense, you know? Should be the ending. Um, maybe Ahsoka. Boba Fett. Oh, they said. Oh yeah, they did say so. I remember he showed me that. Maybe season 4 will be first. Maybe season 4 will be before the movie. Maybe season 4 will be the last season, and the movie will be the conclusion to the Mandalorian. And I said this, okay? The Mandalorian movie will not be the last movie that Mando's going to be in, obviously. Okay. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, in Wild Space. That's why in season 2 with her and Sabine, right? Her and Sabine, they're gonna have to get off, right? They're gonna have to get off Wild Space. They have to get off and try to, stop Thrawn again. Because we know the rebels, we know the rebellion, we know they're now aware that Thrawn is back, right? So all this is leading up, and people are looking at this like, this is exactly what Marvel's. I kind of not with Marvel, but their phases. Marvel's not doing a very good job of, my opinion. I'm not gonna knock Marvel. I'm not gonna, because some of my people that come on, they're not doing a very good job explaining how, and getting the viewer, the consumer, explaining how all this works, how what's this gonna lead up to. But if you've been paying attention to the Disney Plus shows, especially the Mandalorian related shows, Ahsoka, Book of Fett, Mandoverse, Mandalorian, you can tell what it's leading up to. Okay? In the end, they may stop Thrawn, right? They may stop Thrawn. They're going to stop Thrawn in the Filoni show. But we know it's not over. Thrawn may be defeated, but we know it's not over because we know the First Order happens. And we may get stuff. Yeah, so. Okay, Skeleton. And we know Acolyte. So we got to get a better idea of Skeleton Crew and Acolyte. And maybe have a clearer picture too that may help. But we know what happens in the Filoni movie. That's going to be the finale, it seems like. And that's part of the movie that he's Thrawn and him trying to hire the Empire. But we know that's not over. Because we know the First Order happens, right? We know that. And you want to know something? Palpatine knows that. Palpatine. I always said this. Palpatine knew. My hot take here. Not back then. This is not written back then. This should be written now in the current stars. Palpatine knew Anakin was going to turn on him and go back to the good side. He should have known that. Maybe he did know that because he did know that, because if he didn't know that, all that stuff you saw in the sequels, that stuff that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. So he knew that. I think he knew that. Okay, he knew Anakin or Darth Vader was going to turn on him and go back to the good side, the light side. So he planned ahead. That's the only time it makes logical sense for him to do what he being the whole mastermind behind the sequels in the First Order. He had that plan in head. You gotta remember. Revenge of the Sith. When Anakin was talking to him, not Palpatine, but Senator Palpatine, right? Remember? So Degrassi, he had to known, right? So he cloned himself, so he had to know it was going to happen, right? He had to know, right? He had to know it was going to happen. So, that's what I was saying. Okay. Oh, I forgot, where was I? Oh yeah, Revenge of the Sith. You remember the scene where Senator Palpatine, he wasn't. This is the part where he kind of basically revealed himself to Anakin that he was the Sith they're all been looking for these years. He told the story about Sidious's master, Darth Plagueis, right? And what happened to Darth Plagueis and how Darth Plagueis died. Well, we got to remember, how did Darth Plagueis die? Palpatine, Sidious, the one betrayed him. Guess what? There's always been a tendency in Sith lore, I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, lore guy, but I know this might be a fact. There's always been a tendency in Sith lore that the apprentice always turns on the master. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's always been believed in Sith lore that the apprentice always turns on the master, right? Usually, right? So Sidious turns on Plagueis, and eventually Anakin, Darth Vader, while still technically a Sith at the time, but went back to the light side of the Force, still turned on his master, right? First he turned on Obi-Wan, his master, right? Then he turned on his Sith master, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. There's always been a thing that in the Sith lore that usually the apprentice turns on the master. So he had to known, planning the cloning facility. So he had to known that Anakin Darth Vader was going to turn on him to set up everything that you see in the Rise of Skywalker. Well, the sequels. Okay, because you gotta also remember, Anakin, when he, when Padme was pregnant, he was having those nightmares, right? Those nightmares of Padme dying after giving birth. Those were future, right? I've seen what the future looks like, right? Exactly. Oh yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. Fix what needs to be fixed. Oh, excuse me with the burp. Okay. So, to me, that's the only logical way for everything to happen in the sequel movies. The Skywalker, not the Skywalker saga, but the episode 7, 8, 9. The only logical way for Palpatine to do what he did. He had to see all this. Now, in the Return of Jedi, you could make it look like he didn't know, right? But obviously, back 30, 40 years, it's almost 50, right? Star Wars is almost 50 years, right? 47. Star Wars, A New Hope is 47 years old, isn't it? 47 years old, right? 1977 was when it came out, and 2024, 47 years old. It's pretty yeah, like you're gonna come out the 50th anniversary for Star Wars: A New Hope in 3 years. You know that's gonna happen. They might even put New Hope back in theaters after 50 years. Be on the lookout for that. Yeah, you were young. I wasn't born yet. And you're gonna put out a movie in 2027. You know they're gonna put out a movie that year. Okay. All right. You gotta remember that, guys. All right. I don't know where Blind is on this topic because I think he'd be interested in this. It'll come later. So yeah, here's So yeah, where's the pictures? Ahsoka, Mando. Now we're gonna get Abby. Abby has been cast in the season 2 Last of Us. Now Abby, obviously from Last of Us 2, known famously for killing Joel, Pedro Pascal's character. And people will be pissed. People will be pissed when they see Joel get killed in the show. But I can tell you one thing. Joel may get killed in the show as like the physical character, but he's still gonna be around. They're not gonna just waste Pedro Pascal like that. Okay? As much as Bella Ramsey plays Ellie, and she's obviously the focus point of Last of Us, Pedro Pascal is the selling point of that show. Even though the character gets killed in the game, and he probably will get killed in the show, he's gonna be around in some form or another, probably memory, stuff like that. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Release it. Okay, so yeah, and Abby was a controversial character back in the day of Last of Us 2, because she's a strong woman, right? Who beat up a man, and yes, Kat Dever or Katie, is it Katie or Kaitlyn Dever? Kaitlyn Dever. Kaitlyn Dever has been cast as Abby. Okay. Now, Kaitlyn Dever, to me, I know she's been in some stuff, but to me, where I recognize her from is the Tom Allen. No, Tim Allen show. The Tim Allen show. Fuck, I had it in my mind. What's the Tim Allen show? Not Home Improvement. Shit. I'm sorry, I had it. Exactly, like Blindness says all the time. There's no good guys in this universe, in this world. I forgot the show that Tim Allen did with her that she got noticed in. Oh shit! It's fuck. Remind me. Okay. So now, this has been rumored for a while, and a lot of Cooper saying, yeah, she's gonna be cast. Okay, I'm gonna go with my opinion on this. Last man standing. Thank you. Last man standing. Yes. Yeah. Here's my opinion. Scoopers. Oh yeah, Kaitlyn Dever is gonna be cast as Abby. Here's my thing on this. I'll tell you why this is not a surprise or a shock. In my opinion, I don't have any sources or information, so I'm not gonna claim myself as a scooper. But I'm gonna claim myself. I'm gonna say I'm gonna know more about a scooper and why. Why the scoopers don't know shit. Okay. Really? But I'll explain why she got cast. I'll tell you why. And this is very common in the industry. When you audition for a role and you don't get that role, but the producers, the directors, the casting directors, yeah, Jeff Snyder got it right because he probably knows. Jeff Snyder probably knew because okay. In Hollywood, when you audition for a role, when you audition for a role and you don't get that role, but the casting director, the producers, director, whoever's in the audition room like you and want to use you, they might find another role for you. Remember, Tom Hiddleston, perfect example is Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston auditioned for Thor. He did not win Thor. Chris Hemsworth won Thor, but they liked him so much they gave him the role of Loki. So they probably told her, you know what? We think you could be our Abby for season 2. We think you did good enough. Yeah, we would like to have you as. You know what? I bet you when she auditioned for this role, when she auditioned for the role, she got the role of Abby then. Okay, just not announced until season 2. Because you have to wait a while, right? That's usually how it works. I bet you they said, yeah, you're gonna be our Abby. You're gonna be our Abby for season 2 of Last of Us. They probably had her when she auditioned, and obviously like, you know what? We like you for this role instead. Done. That's how it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. Okay, so that's how it probably happened, because she did audition for the role of Ellie and she lost obviously to Bella Ramsey, but they liked her much. I don't know, man. I don't. And oh yeah, Jesse did get cast today. I forgot about that. Cast by Jesse got cast. Who's Jesse? Where am I looking for it? Young Mazzino. Don't know much about him. It's cast as Jesse in Last of Us. Yeah. They probably had to Degrassi, but like they probably knew that they wanted her for Abby, right? Don't you think? And she probably has to bulk up. Oh, and it's gonna trigger people, right? It's gonna trigger people. It's gonna obviously from the game from Last of Us 2 is already trigger people. Yeah, Degrassi. You warned me about this. I remember this. Yeah, you warned me about this. So yeah. And they probably like, you know what? She'll like in the game, controversial, create a shitstorm on people. Can accept a strong woman for killing a Joel. Like sorry, but look, have you seen what Abby looks like? I can believe she could beat the shit out of Joel. Okay, and you're gonna have to make a bulk up a bit, right? One of her things about her stress reliever is actually working out, so she'll bulk up a bit. Okay. I want you to know something, guys. You want to know something? Patrick Pascal does not look like Joel in the game at all. He does not look anything like the character in the game. But he played the character very well, perfectly. He played him well. I'm gonna say that. Okay, now. I'm gonna say this. I forgot to put in. His name is Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman. Look, I like Nick Offerman's role. I like how he did well. I like Nick Offerman. I like how he played his character Bill, right? Bill in The Last of Us. He wants to come back. Obviously he can't come back in Last of Us season 2 or 3 or whatever. He can't go forward. But he wants to come back, and he says he probably wants a prequel series because he probably told him that nah, you're not your character dies in the game and stuff. You can't come back you can't come back in the future. But I mean he could probably love this role in the show, even though it's for 2 or 3 episodes. But his character really is as great performance, great performance. But his character really is meaningless and no disrespect, but kind of meaningless to the overall story now going forward. Yeah, I don't know if you could do a prequel series on Bill because we kind of see in that one episode. I think it was episode 3. That one episode, his history and how that the zombie pandemic throughout the world, throughout the world, the calendar years, the years going. And we see how he was going through it, right? Right. And then Frank came into his life and blah blah blah. All that stuff, bad stuff happened. I don't know if you could do a prequel series on that character. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know. I just don't know if you could do a prequel series. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Now let's get to another big story that dropped yesterday. One that got people talking. It's not really casting, but it's y'all. I'm still live. Come on in, man. I sent a link. I sent. So okay. So I want to get your thoughts on this, Blind. I do. I think last of us. So Tom Cruise is leaving Paramount after 30 years. 30 years at Paramount. Oh, you're coming back from the gym? Oh, blinded. You can't take the wall for Abby. That's Kaitlyn Dever's job now. So Tom Cruise is leaving Paramount, and going to Warner Brothers. Yeah, heading to Warner Brothers, and he'll be doing exclusive stuff with Warner Brothers going forward. Now, how funny would it be if Warner Brothers bought Paramount and he just ends up doing Paramount Warner Brothers stuff again? But this is a huge move, as he's been in Paramount for 30 years, producing all his major stuff. Now he's going to Warner Brothers, right? And now he's going to do a lot of stuff with Warner Brothers, a lot of movies with Warner Brothers. My hot take is, I just made a joke about it. My hot joke about it is that he's going to do a DC movie. I really do think he wants to do a comic book movie. I think Tom Cruise really wants to do a comic book movie. I do think he wants to do a DC movie. I really do. That's what I think. I'm going to say this. If I'm going to say this, if it's a DC movie, I don't think it'll be Superman. I don't think it'll be a Superman movie. I don't think it'll be a Supergirl movie. My movies I think he'll be in, the movies he might be in, I don't think it'll be Batman. I don't think it'll be Batman. Green Lantern, or Degrassi might like this. Authority. He might do Authority. Okay, yeah, it's in the. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna think about. That's what I'm gonna think about. Tom Cruise moving on. The DC, the Warner Brothers. Honestly, gonna do non-DC stuff. Can you imagine Tom Cruise doing some Lord of the Rings stuff? How about some Harry Potter? Remember, Matt, what if Tom Cruise does some Harry Potter stuff? Harry Potter stuff. He could. I'm kidding. He could be a Lord Voldemort to Harry Potter, the series that they're planning to come up with. I would laugh so hard. Blind, just don't. If you're gonna walk and talk, just be careful, okay? Pay attention, okay? To the full sign. He should be George Jetson. Tom Cruise is George Jetson. Oh my god. But if it's not, I can see him. If it's not James Gunn, If it's not a James Gunn DC movie, I could see him in the Batman universe, and I think he could be a villain in the Batman universe. I think he could play a villain in the Batman universe. Fred Flintstone. Wasn't that John Goodman? John Goodman was Fred Flintstone, right? But I'm saying, I think if it's not a DC, not the James Gunn DCU, I think he could join the Matt Reeves Batman. Now, was ego getting away? That's the question. Oh! Ooh! You know what? He could play an unhinged lawyer. He could play Harvey Dent. You know what? A Few Good Men. That movie. Few Good Men. Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. Hotshot lawyer, right? Obviously, right? Hotshot lawyer with Demi Moore and all that. Great movie, right? If you ever seen it, go watch it. He could play an unhinged lawyer with problems. Okay, that's not really a bad choice. Oof. Degrassi just gave me a great. If Tom Cruise joined If Tom Cruise joined the Batman, he could play. He could be a damn good Harvey Dent.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
An unhinged lawyer with.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Kind of windy.
Oof, that's a great choice, Degrassi. Oh yeah,
so who would he play on the authorities though?
That's a good question.
Midnighter?
Maybe. I think I said Green Lanterns in Authority, right? I said that right. I think I think he would have been a great Rick Flag at one point, but that's not. I think that's out of creation now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are they gonna pass Flag? Because I mean, this is a new universe, right? So why wouldn't he still be alive? Unless the same events happen. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, this room. Well, Penguin. I think Penguin's going to give us a lot of answers to some future villains. Maybe
right.
Harvey Dent make an appearance. So I want to know your Last of Us opinions. Kaitlyn Dever, Devers, or whatever her name is. Is Abby, right? It's been mentioned.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Tom Cruise is not going to do a TV show. He's like the one actor who won't do a TV show.
Yeah, he probably would do a TV show.
Yeah. I like the casting. I like the casting.
I like the casting. I mean, a lot of people wanted her for Ellie, but obviously, I mean, yeah, Ellie and Abby look very similar. It's just obviously Abby's more. The physique is more important, right?
Mm-hmm. She did audition for Ellie.
Yeah, she did.
And I know, I hope people get triggered again because she's gonna kill Joel. Guys, if you're watching this later on, Joel's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna have to die.
And they're gonna trigger people. It's gonna trigger people like they did in Last of Us 2. But here's the thing, guys.
This is the whole point.
The whole point. But they're not gonna kill off Patrick Pascal. They're gonna keep the star. They're gonna try to find some way to keep the star.
Well, I mean, if you've played The Last of Us 2, you would know that Joel died, but he's still like in a fair amount of the game.
Exactly.
Like, you just don't play as him, and obviously it's all through flashbacks. But
yeah, he's the draw to that show. Okay, like he's the draw to that show. Now she's gonna have to buck up a bit.
Yeah. Well, actually, she already bulked up. She's been hiding her body because everybody knew she was Abby because she took a picture and she hid behind someone to take the picture. So that's how we knew that she was that casting was real. So
How old is Abby, the character?
I think Abby's like a couple years older than Ellie, so she might be 22 or like in her mid 20s. Because I know
Kate,
Ellie is supposed to be 18. She's 18, 19, and 20 throughout the game. Because the ending
throughout
of the
Last of Us
game,
2.
yeah, because the ending of the game takes place like 2 years after the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like 20, and she's trying to hunt down Abby. So yeah,
Kaitlyn Dever is 27 years old.
yeah.
And
Well, Abby is supposed to be older than Ellie
yeah, that's
and
true.
all her friends too. So yeah,
Bella Ramsey's just 20.
yeah, she just
I mean, look, I said like I like. I'm gonna say I said pressure. It's my hot take, Bland. You might disagree with me. Pressure Skill does not look like Joel from the game at all.
no, he's not. He doesn't. But I mean, he's still a really good
Played
Joel.
played him perfectly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like, uh,
I mean, the casting has been pretty good. I don't know what these people are talking about. I mean, they just cast Jesse. I thought
yeah.
that casting was really good. If we've seen Beef, he's the brother in Beef,
Mm-hmm.
and he was really funny. And I mean, it's kind of fucked up what happens to him, in that show. And it's also kind of funny because, I mean, can I say spoilers?
I
I mean, the
guess.
game's been out for 4 years now.
Yeah. There's no such thing as spoilers for a game that's been out 4 years. There's no such thing
Yeah.
as spoilers. You
Well,
can say,
Jesse dies at the ending, or like in the middle of the game.
okay.
Yeah, which kind of sucked. I mean, he was a really cool character, but and he dies like the most horrific death. It's like, bro, he just opens the door and gets shot in the face. Like, holy
Oh,
shit.
we're gonna see
Yep.
it on film. We're gonna see it on film. We're gonna see it on TV. That's
Yep.
gonna happen.
And you know what's gonna happen? This is my prediction. That whole scene, that's gonna be the cliffhanger ending of the season.
Yeah, because it's
That's my
split into two.
prediction. Yep,
It's
because
not.
that's the moment when you change over to Abby.
It's not a bad prediction. Split into 2 seasons. Yeah, that's what they're planning to do with the second game. Split into 2 seasons, and
Yeah. I'm
they better
curious
hope
who
it.
they cast as Dina.
No, I didn't see that.
No, I'm just saying I'm curious to see who they cast as Dina.
Oh, the
Because
thing
obviously
what
Dina is pretty important,
my
right?
only concern about the Last of Us TV series is the Game of Thrones situation where they with the last season they had to kind of make up shit
Right.
because the author couldn't finish the books, and we have to know if Naughty Dog's gonna do Last of Us 3, so the show of HB so that Warner Brothers could continue on after season 3,
Right.
please, right? Because you're gonna have to make up shit,
I
right? You're gonna have to
mean,
make up.
here's the thing, right? I don't think they will do this, but they could do the first or the second season, Ellie, the all the days in Seattle. The third season is all the days with Abby in Seattle, and then you could do a fourth season and add a bunch of new stuff where it's Ellie hunting down Abby. You could do that. I don't know. That might be stretching it out a lot because that whole part in California doesn't. I mean, it's not a long sequence, right? But I don't know. I feel like it was such an interesting part of the game that they kind of just skip over. Like you have like the Rattlers and that whole group and what they do, which is pretty messed up. They're like slave traders. And yeah, Abby gets kidnapped by one of them, and you as Ellie have to like go through and kill all of them. It's a really cool sequence. I really liked it, but yeah, I don't know if that's enough material for an entire season, right? And I mean, yeah, we're not getting Lactose Part 3 anytime soon. So, but sorry, I'm walking still, so I'm kind of like fatigued.
Just be careful, huh? Keep eyes on the road and
Yeah,
stuff. Okay, so yeah, so so Nick Offerman. Obviously Nick Offerman hasn't played the games. I think
yeah.
um,
Well, I don't understand why they want to do. I don't. I don't think they will do a Bill and Foster or is it
oh prequel
Bill and what's
Frank.
his name? Bill and Frank. I said Bill and Foster. Geez,
Yeah, he
yeah,
did.
Bill and Frank. I mean, well, what else is there to say about Bill and Frank? I just don't understand.
We kind of knew their story in that one episode, that two episodes.
Right.
Like Why do we need to know? I think it's just Nick Offerman's love being in the show, but like, I'm sorry, like, obviously Nick Offerman's not going to see the show, but your character is really not important.
Yeah, your character's dead, and you
Yeah,
told his entire story, and it's not like Bill was on all these grand adventures anyway. He's stuck in one place. So
yeah.
yeah, I thought that was
Exactly, Anthony
ridiculous when
said.
you were saying that.
Yeah, Anthony is exactly right. There's nothing to do with them.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're gonna have to make up stuff. You're gonna have to make up stuff for them.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's really no point in making a spinoff because I think at this rate, The Last of Us is not going to have any spinoff games, right? We just got the online factions who got canceled. And Neil Druckmann has said time and again that this is a story about Ellie.
Hey, Meta doesn't like Neil Druckmann. Metaverse does not like Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really understand people's obsessed hatred now with Neil Druckmann over things that aren't even true. Like, I don't really understand. Like, Neil Druckmann really has nothing to do with the whole crunch at Naughty Dog when The Last of Us 2 was coming out.
Yeah.
He's now the head of Naughty Dog, right? And then it's funny too when people they fix the crunch and now people are crying, oh, where's Naughty Dog's games? Well, we know it's going to take a long time, obviously, right? And obviously, PlayStation doesn't consider that, even though they're their top studio. I would say Naughty Dog is PlayStation's top studio. So
yeah, definitely. Two of the biggest franchises come from that. From Naughty Dog, Uncharted, Crash Bandicoot first.
Crash and Jack and Daxter.
Yeah,
and I'm sure whatever they're working on next is going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and they're the only one that has they had a movie coming out. They had a movie come out, Uncharted.
Yeah,
and Last of Us.
We'll see if Jack and Daxter get a movie, but
wasn't Jack and Daxter announced for a movie?
I don't think they announced it. It was just like a rumor.
Oh, or was it Ratchet and Clank? Was it one of them?
Ratchet and Clank did get a movie, yes.
Okay, so Ratchet and Clank, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that came out 2016.
Oh, The Walking Dead. Yeah, they're coming out with Walking Dead's coming back next month with the Rick Grimes and Michonne show. That was supposed to be a movie. That was supposed to be a movie, Blinded.
Yeah, I want at this rate, if they're gonna do a Walking Dead movie, can it be the game? Like, can we have Leah and Clementine? Because that would actually be a pretty good movie.
They're not gonna do a movie.
I hope so. Like, don't waste, because I've noticed they haven't touched those characters, and they have all these spin-off shows. So
that's the reason they took Michonne and Rick Grimes off the main Walking Dead story, right? Not the spin-off stuff like Fear or whatever. It's because they were supposed to be in the movie that was supposed to come out.
Right.
To be made. Right? That's why they took them off. But now, since that's not happening, they're going to be coming back into the Walking Dead universe on TV. And I don't know, I forgot what the show was going to be called, but yeah, that was originally supposed to be a movie.
I just think it's
HBO says too violent.
At some point in time, they're going to have to do a Walking Dead movie.
They said it's too violent. This is the same company that has a lot of sex in their stuff, a lot of vulgar, a lot of other violent stuff, and they passed it out on Walking Dead because it's violent. The Walking Dead is nothing compared. The Walking Dead is nothing compared to the HBO shows. Okay.
That's weird that they would pass. I mean, it's zombies. Like, what were you expecting?
How like who the hell said this? Because sorry, Game of Thrones is a lot more violent than Walking Dead.
Sounds like a stupid executive would say something like that.
Fuck. Isn't
the Walking Dead is eventually gonna have to nostalgia is gonna kick in and people are gonna be like, oh, this Walking Dead, I remember.
This is the same show that had the vampire shows. Right?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. This is the same studio in the vampire not True Blood, was it?
True Blood, yeah.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like,
is it? What was the comment? What was the comment again?
is this it?
Well, I can't see it because my phone is in my pocket.
Oh, you can't see you can't see the comments I highlight.
Yeah. No, well, my phone's in my pocket, so I can't
Oh.
check. Yeah.
HBO spent time with The Walking Dead before AMC picked it up. They said it was too violent.
Oh shit! Wow. Well, I guess that's why HBO picked up The Last of Us because they felt like it was a dumb decision that they didn't have The Walking Dead.
Yeah, HBO is a dumbass that they said it's too violent from Anthony.
I mean, the thing is though, maybe maybe HBO's The Walking Dead would have been better. Because then Frank Darabont maybe would have stayed on longer.
It would definitely be more violent and more vulgar.
Yeah, I mean, there's no getting around Walking Dead being violent. That's the whole point of the comic. So
you don't even see the effort in Walking Dead that much, or I don't even.
no, it's mostly gore and violence.
Yeah, it's Walking Dead stuff is tame compared to HBO stuff.
Yeah,
Like HBO is like mature, right? It's like mature rating. Where Walking Dead is more kind of like 14.
right.
See the difference there? You know? Oh yeah, that's true, Degrassi. We know, but Degrassi. Degrassi saying shows go from being developed at one network production to at another. Yeah, you're right, Degrassi.
Yeah.
It's just we just kind of find it puzzling that somebody at HBO said Walking Dead is too violent for them when
Right.
most of their stuff is like
It is pretty violent or
yeah,
mature.
yeah. Like it sounds really hypocritical if you ask me.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't know if you heard the news today. Well, it's not really it's not really official casting, but there are rumors of who's potentially going to play Supergirl. I don't know if you heard about that.
I did see some of them.
Okay.
Not a fan of any of those choices.
Yeah, so
I mean, we'll see.
So there's three potential candidates, possibly in the running of Supergirl.
Right.
Okay, so for the Supergirl, Woman Tomorrow. So obviously you can't see the pictures because your phone's in your pocket.
Right. No,
So
I've seen them before.
Okay.
I won't put like the name to the face, but
Okay.
yeah, I've seen who was up.
The most common one, most recognizable one might be Emilia. Is that her name? Emilia, if I pronounced the last name right.
Okay.
Oh my God! It is not. No. Is it Alcock? Alcock? Sorry, I'm not trying to be funny there because it's the way it's spelled. It's like Alcock, and I don't want to make fun. And it sounds like I'm making fun of that name because obviously the CLCK. But is it Alcock or Alcock? Whatever. I think it's Alcock, right?
Okay.
And so she's most famously known, I guess, most recognizable from the younger version of the princess in Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, House and Dragon.
Right.
Right? From the first few episodes of House and Dragon, she's the most recognizable there. She's really, really young too.
Yes.
She kind of has a pouty face. She looks like she can have a pouty face.
Yeah, she doesn't really look like Supergirl.
Yeah. Also, we got Emilia Jones. I don't know where she's from. Emilia Jones. Let me see where she's from, where I recognize her from. Don't know any of these movies. Coda, I think I heard of Coda. Oh, I don't know. I don't know much about her. And finally, we got Meg Donnelly. I seen her before. She's from the Winchesters, which is the supernatural prequel show that got canceled after one season.
Right.
And Meg Donnelly voices Kara in the Tomorrowverse. Really, I didn't know that. To me, if these are the final three, I'd probably go with Meg Donnelly. I think she looks Kara the most, and I think she kind of looks like she could be more of the badass of the two. I'm sorry.
I don't really have like a favorite out of those. I would probably keep looking.
Maybe
and to be honest, I think I mean, listen, I like Tom King. I did like that comic. I don't think they should make that into a movie. I don't think that's gonna do well. I think they should be careful about that. Like, if it was a TV show, I think it would probably do better. But I don't know. Something about that movie now. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be a good idea. That's just my opinion.
Let's see.
Also, I think there was a tweet going around now that a DCU game has now started development. Did you see that?
Did they say did they say what kind of DCU game? Or just like
no, they just said like a game is now in development.
No, I did not see that.
I still think that's going to be a really bad idea because I mean, the Suicide Squad game right now. Oh boy, I mean, it seems like every day things just go sideways with that game.
Mm-hmm.
The previews came out, and pretty much all the major outlets, IGN, GameSpot, I think Game Informer, a lot of outlets, they took a massive dump on the game, which, I mean, that's pretty crazy to me because even Gotham Knights previews were pretty, like, they were pretty positive. And that game is really bad. Gotham Knights is one of the worst games of the last, I would say last 5 years from a AAA studio. I can't believe they put that game out there. It's really bad. I couldn't even play it for more than 5 hours before just dropping it completely. I don't know what's going on at WB Montreal, but they need some better talent. Can't be putting out games like that. And this Suicide Squad game, I mean, this is, if the game fails, right? I think this all could go on Warner Brothers' fault because instead of allowing us to talk about the game, you previewed the game a month before its release or a month before its early access.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of letting the fans talk, you let the outlets talk, and now they're going to spread a negative perception of the game when in reality maybe the game was like a 7 out of 10. Because this the way that they're talking about it, I've never seen this before. I've never seen them openly take a dump on a preview. Like, previews are usually like we'll you know, it's looking good so far and here's the mechanics. And I mean, and a lot of people, a lot of these DC fans, you know, they're coping really hard because one of the things I was taking out of complete context was the fact that the Flash boss fight was like, people were like, oh, why are they complaining about the Flash boss fight? He's supposed to be fast. But that's not the point of what they were saying, though. The point was that there's so much stuff happening on the screen. It's incomprehensible to even actually look for him and actually fight him, because there's all this like tickers and numbers and the UI is cluttered, and it makes the game really distracting. So when you're in a boss fight with a character moving fast, you're losing focus. And I think that's a fair criticism, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why people like it's all these fans who do stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, I could say this: we didn't play that part of the game, right? So I don't know how it plays. We didn't play a boss fight.
No, we did not play a boss fight at all. Not at all. We're allowed to say that, guys.
The show.
What else? What
And they
else is?
wasted talent.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to talk about that. I don't think that's
All right, I'm home now.
movie. 28 years later. That's 20. Oh, okay. Blind is back. What's I gonna say? 28 years later is in the works. It's a sequel to 28 Days Later. It's gonna be a trilogy.
Right.
Danny Boyle will direct, Adam Garland writing a script. I did like the 28 Days Later movie. I thought it was pretty fun.
That's a pretty cool movie. I'm interested to see what they do.
Yeah. That's
Definitely change up the zombies and make them a lot different.
Oh yeah. So it's 28 years later, right? Oh, so they're not gonna, obviously it's probably gonna be like a new, maybe like a new cast or something. It's not gonna be like the returning cast from the original movie. Like,
well, what's his name? What's his name? Who was in Oppenheimer? He's in the first movie. Oh,
but you think it'll come back?
Died, right?
You think it comes? Yeah, he died.
Does he die? Yeah.
Yes, he died. This. I'm reading the plot.
I had my own Grace Randolph moment.
No, I think he survives. Oh, one of the endings has him dying. The main one he saw in the theaters, he survives. But the alternate endings, the DVDs, have three different endings. One of them dies. Yeah.
Okay.
Which one's the canon one? That's the question.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah. So if it's 28 years later, I don't even if he survives, I don't expect him to come back. Because
no, but I mean, it would. I mean, if they wanted like star power or something, right? It would be a pretty big deal.
Cillian Murphy. Yeah, because like Oppenheimer, like definitely. Well, Cillian Murphy was well known. Like when he was getting roles, people know who he was. But like Oppenheimer really got to the next level. Like made him something like, yeah, he's truly a guy that can lead in a movie now. Even though we've seen him in other stuff, and he's always been a good actor. The stuff I've seen him in most of the time, he's always been a really good actor. Always really good actor. And I have to say this. Barbie, it was not Barbie. I'll give credit. Barbie did well. It's a good movie, but it's not an award-winning movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they hyped it up thinking it was going to be an awards movie, but
it's not. If Guardians of the Galaxy is more of an awards-winning movie than Barbie, because there's actual stuff that makes you feel in that movie, man. That's award-winning.
Well, the one thing I never understood was people. I mean, I didn't think any of the songs in Barbie were all that great, to be honest. So Barbie kind of like.
Barbie got like shafted at the Golden Globes, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, and then there's also like people saying that it shouldn't be nominated for adapted screenplay, but it's based on a property. So I don't understand. That's literally what adapted screenplay means.
You know why? You know why it got nominated? Stuff for they wanted Margot Robbie there.
Yeah, but it's still.
And I'll tell you one thing: most of the celebrities did not want to be at the show.
Nah, you could tell. Who is watching the Golden Globes anyway?
No, actually, the viewership went up.
Oh, geez.
Okay. But like, I think it's gonna go down next year.
Probably.
Hey George, what's up?
Hey guys.
Oh, what's up, George?
My damn laptop was like taking forever doing updates as soon as I got on, so it took me a while.
I know the rest. I personally think blind. There's too many award shows anyway.
I don't really. I mean, sometimes I would watch it, but then I don't know. It's really long and not that interesting. You know, even the game awards, I feel like the Game Awards was
because the Game Awards was a trailer show. Okay, that was all about trailers.
Yeah, if they took away the trailers, no one would be watching it like that.
No one would care. No one would care. George, what's up, babe? What's up? What's up, George? I know, of course, you watched it, but like, they should just, you know what they should do for Golden Globes next year? Just have the ready winners and now just have the Academy vote, whoever votes ahead of time, and the winners just get their award at their home. Like, here you go. Here you go.
Might as well.
Oppenheimer like dominated the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not surprised.
But like seriously, like why is Barbie? Like Barbie's not a award-winning movie. Maybe for best box office, yeah, because there's award for most money generated at the box office. Great.
Which is kind of stupid if you think about it. Like, it's the highest grossing movie of the year. Of
And
course
Mario's second. Mario got nominated for nothing.
Yeah.
But like seriously,
I mean,
like,
Barbie was better than most of the comic book movies that came out this year. Let's be honest.
it was not better than Guardians.
Not better.
No, but like it was better. It was better than most of the other stuff. Heck, it's better. It's better than a lot of the stuff that's come out from Marvel lately.
I mean, who's talking about Echo?
People
Wait,
are
what?
talking about Echo, but Echo's like, to me, it seems like Echo is like one of those shows that's up and down. Like I haven't seen it yet. I plan to watch it tomorrow and Friday.
I
But-
mean, like I
but it's not
would
saving the
watch it just
MCU.
to,
It's not
Like,
saving the MCU.
no,
I heard
it's not saving the MCU.
from some people, some reviewers, the weakest part is some of the weakest parts is kind of the story, kind of the pace, and once again, the villain, Kingpin.
Right.
It's
I'm not surprised. I mean, also too, I heard that the mature rating is very like that was a stunt market
it's not really
because
mature.
it's not really mature. Like they must have. Here's my theory, right? Yeah, because no scoopers said that it was TVMA, something makes me believe that they went in and tried to basically make it more violent, right? Like,
Is it more
so every time-
TV-14?
no, it's still TVMA because people get shot and we see the blood, right?
Oh, you could
But
do that
like
TV-14.
you can add that in the post, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's not that big of a deal.
you could do it in TV-14 movies, though. TV-14 we could get blood. Okay,
Kind of, yeah. Some people are saying that it's not. It's more like Secret Invasion violence with blood. That's really it.
Secret Invasion wasn't that Secret Invasion wasn't even that
Yeah.
violent. I mean, Secret Invasion wasn't even that good.
Exactly.
It's
It just sounds like a mediocre show, to be honest. You know, like they completely changed the character. They have to rely on Daredevil and the whole Netflix series. It doesn't sound interesting whatsoever.
Well, it's like what I told my supervisor. The MCU is the Golden State Warriors now. They are cooked. That they went from a juggernaut to a weak franchise. You know,
Yeah.
they got to rebuild. They got to figure out what they want to do.
the way for the MCU to be, in my opinion, the way for it to survive. Deadpool needs a hit. Number one, Deadpool needs a hit, and whenever next project comes after it needs a hit. They need consistency.
Well, here's the thing. Even if Deadpool 3 is a great movie, the next movie is going to be Captain America: Brave New World,
exactly.
no one has a lot of faith in. So Deadpool can be like one of the greatest movies of all time, but that's only going to solve the rest of the problems.
TV shows are not going to save the MCU. It's the movies.
Well, the movies that they have line up, I don't think they're going to help.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's going to be too far gone by the time we get to it.
And like here's the thing with Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3 is going to feel, to me, I think that's going to feel more like the first two Deadpool movies than an MCU movie. It's gonna be it's not even gonna be like a typical. See, that's the thing. That's what the best MCU movies
better be.
But here's the thing. This is what the best post Infinity Saga MCU movies have been. They have strayed away from the MCU formula. No Way Home embraced, the other years of Spider-Man movies that came before the MCU. Guardians was obviously James Gunn's handiwork, like him taking full creative control over that project. Like that's basically where the MCU has been at their strongest post Infinity Saga.
Well, have you seen at the Golden Globes, right? Wasn't there like a Deadpool thing?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds accepted his award as Deadpool.
Did you? Yeah,
that was
did
Emmy.
you
That was
see
an
how? Yeah, it was
Emmy.
at the Emmys. Okay,
Yeah, for the Wrexham stuff. For the Wrexham stuff. He owns a team on Disney, and he has he owns a soccer team, right? So
right. But my point was that
on it. Yeah, that's Emmy.
My point was that's
even though the Emmy Awards it didn't happen yet.
Right, but my point was that like people were trashing. I'm not sure if you saw the Twitter thread of that, but people were hating on Deadpool hard.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
They
I don't know if that's a good sign
blinded.
or not.
The Emmys need to move again. Why are they going to have the Emmys on January 15th when there's fucking playoff football?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I'm sorry. You're going to move it to February. Move it. You know what? When football in NFL, there's a week in between Super Bowl and the final playoff week, right? Final round of the playoff week, where there's a bye week. Do the Emmys there because you're gonna get destroyed. I'm sorry. The football games gonna get more people watching. I'm sorry. What's the Emmys? The 15th, right? Yeah, the 15th, which is a Saturday, right? Saturdays? No, Saturday. No, it's a Monday. The Emmys is a Monday. There's a Monday night football game. You're gonna get destroyed. You're gonna get freaking destroyed. I'm sorry. Any award show is gonna get destroyed by football playoffs. Move it.
Right.
Move the freaking award show to February. I know they had to move it because of the strike, obviously, but they really have to look at their schedule first. I'm sorry, move it again. They probably can't, but ooh.
Yeah, they're probably not going to move it again. But
oh, they're not moving it for sure. Not. They're not going to move it, but they're going to get destroyed. They're going to get destroyed by football playoffs. You know, America.
Well, they probably think it would do them better. That's probably why they're doing that.
Well,
think about it.
If they're going to do better, well, they're not going to do better. They won't do better on Saturday, Monday, or Sunday. If they really want to do it on a Monday, do it the week after because there'll be no football game on the Monday after. Not this Monday, though.
Right.
Okay? But it's really, really stupid. And I don't even know. It's really, really bad. Okay? You know America, guys, with their football. George knows. They're crazy over there.
They're crazy. They're crazy with football.
You know, George. They'll watch the football over at Emmys any day.
Yo, I'd rather watch like paint dry than watch the Emmys.
Yeah.
At this rate, yeah. I mean, it's cool that like some shows that we like gets, they win.
Last of Us is gonna win.
But,
Last of Us is winning some shows. House of Dragons.
Probably Succession. MV. I mean, they're good shows though, so I'm just not interested. Like the whole award show's not bad.
No.
I mean, like it's not that intriguing, right? It's like, oh yeah, this person won. It's like, okay, cool.
I think they know ahead of time they're gonna win. It's like like some of them know that some of them are so happy that they won an award. Like you knew you were gonna win. Don't lie. You knew you were gonna win. Like Cillian Murphy knew he was gonna win the award. Okay, he knew he was gonna win.
Yeah.
Don't look shocked. Okay. Like seriously. I think there's too many award shows. Look, there's these award shows here, and there's these mini award shows or many not really award shows, but there's many awards out there from even cities have their award shows. Cities give out awards to these people too, the actors, actresses all over. Like New York, there's like in New York. Here's the New York award for best actor, best actress, or best movie. They do in Toronto too, probably. They do it like in Boston. Like they do it. There's too many of them. Too many of them. All right.
Aaron, don't ask why, but like, so yesterday, like, okay, so on the way home, like me and my supervisor, like, he got a question from his brother about like the teams that have won the most games since 2000 in baseball. So like, I asked the question, wonder what like NBA teams have won the most games since 2000. I've actually been like counting the amount of wins each team has had since 2000. I'm on the 2013 season. You want to know who's leading? Who's leading the charge right now? So San Antonio, Dallas, and the Lakers from 2000 and 2012 have won the most regular season games.
Okay, I can believe that because San Antonio was good for like a long time.
No, San Antonio's been dominant. Dallas, I mean, the Dirk years they were pretty good.
Yeah.
The Lakers, I mean, the Shaq and Kobe era.
Yeah.
And the Kobe and Powell era. Yo, the Detroit is right now number 6 on the list because of the 2000s Detroit team. They're about to go down a lot of spots in these next like decade that I'm going to be covering. I'm just saying, like they're at number 6 right now. Number 4 is the Phoenix Suns, and number 5 is the Utah Jazz.
All 5 Western teams. Wow.
No, the Western Conference was dominant. You got to remember, Utah. They still had Karl Malone, the pervert, and John Stockton in the early 2000s, and they were still winning games.
But then they got like Darren Williams, like Carlos Boozer,
and then they were pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I'm always gonna keep reminding everyone what Karl Malone did, the scumbag.
Karl Malone never won a championship. He went to the Lakers thinking.
I know he's gonna have a nice cell in hell one of these days.
Wow. Oh my god.
And I ain't afraid to say.
I'm gonna end it here, guys. But I want to talk to you guys after, though. Blind, go ahead. Blind, are you home yet, or are you still walking?
No, I'm home now.
Okay, go ahead. Blind, I did not see your video yet, but do you want to promote it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this video is gonna do well like the other two. The other two did. I wasn't expecting them to blow up like that, but yeah. So you can check out. It's a video on Xbox exclusives going to PlayStation and Switch. Oh man. But yeah, go check that out if you're interested. I give my thoughts on, the state of Xbox and if this is the right move for them. So yeah, I'll be posting another video at the end of this week. I'm not sure what, but yeah, go check that out on my channel, Blinded Braille 64. And also we posted a Controller Chronicle video on Friday. So go check that out. And we're probably going to be posting more content in the, I guess, the next week, because Xbox also has a direct. So we'll probably see like Indiana Jones and a lot of other games. So yeah, and also follow me on Twitter.
Go ahead, George.
You can find me at the George. I honestly don't really have anything to promote right now because I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing next. Maybe I'll do a movie review this weekend. I honestly don't know. So yeah, you can find me at the George. I really don't have anything to plug in right now.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow I am doing a stream. It's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on the Dissect channel. We're going to go over some Campia stuff, and we're going to go over Grace Randolph. Thanks to Blind Braille for that clip. I was going to do a video on it, but I realized that segment on her live stream was like 25 minutes long. So I'm like, no, that's what I'll do as a stream.
Yeah,
I really don't want to make long ass videos on that channel, honestly. So if I'm going to do long ass videos, I might as well make it a stream. But yes, we're going to do some Campia stuff. Let me see what I liked, so they can make sure what Campia stuff we're going to talk about. But he might add. He might. There was nothing today in his show that I really want to talk about for tomorrow. So okay. So nothing from today. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Mandalorian. We're gonna look from Grace's stream about the Mandalorian Grogu stuff, the Obi-Wan stuff, Red Hawk stuff. Red Hawk appearing in Captain America.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
And who should play Sentry?
I mean, well, technically, yeah.
And who should play Sentry or Thunderbolts? We'll go over that. I did not see that. That's from Drunk. I did not see that. But, God, I got a great laugh from his Kratos video. Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
Idiot. Yeah, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below.
Peace.